Hello everyone, I'm Kyle Walker with your ECU update. Thanks a lot for joining us. ECU police and fire officials light up a dorm room on the ECU Mall for Pirate Safety Day. One of the dorm rooms had the proper safety precautions and the other one right next to it did not. Now this idea was sparked from an ECU dorm fire back in 2006 inside Clement Hall. Firefighters are now letting students know that it can always still happen.
Today is Pirate Safety Day, but it shows people who weren't here 4 years ago what can happen in a fire situation. It shows how quickly fire spreads. It shows you the toxic gases that it produces, and that's what kills 95% of the people who die in fires, is the smoke.
Chief Branch also says a water sprinkler is like having a firefighter 24/7. Many of the dorms have sprinkler systems installed and all should have them installed by 2012. Well, the rain that came down in the last days of September will be one of those college-defining moments. On the third day of non-stop rainfall, ECU administrators finally had to delay classes until 11 a.m. And we caught up with some students right outside of our studio in Mendenhall.
It's added a delay. I usually ride my longboard to class, and now I have to put time in my schedule. I don't want to get up out of my bed when I hear the rain. I like to sleep through it. I slept through one of my classes because I don't want to walk in the rain.
Yeah, I actually didn't go to class because it was like my last class, and I was like, it's raining too hard. I don't want to. I couldn't do it. Yeah, I went to go get food, and it started raining, and I came back. I was soaked, and my hair was all wet, and it was crazy. Like I was drenched. I was really upset. I'm glad I have an umbrella, but I had to call my friends to come get me because I didn't have an umbrella with me today. And we walked around and we were looking at the other places, like College Hill is flooded. Like it looks like a river over there.
Yeah, it got really high. And they closed the bridge that's next to College Hill, the little one that you can walk on. It goes next to the field.
Just next time it rains like this, just cancel all my classes.
Now, when the rain finally stopped, some parts of Greenville and the rest of eastern North Carolina had seen up to 23 inches of rainfall. More Plunge in the Purple events to fill you in on now. Dancing in the Streets was a social at the bottom of College Hill. It featured music and interaction, along with, of course, dancing. And Purple Impressions held at the Cultural Center promoted interaction through 2-minute sessions of conversation. Students came out with new friends and new awareness about different cultures and backgrounds they interact with every day. Kings and Queens of the Halls was another annual event held at the bottom of College Hill. Tug-of-war kept competition high between the dorms, and like every year, there were many games and great ways for students to meet some of the people that they live with every day. Well, updating you on a story now that we brought you a couple weeks ago, we told you about the big bleacher collapse at the first home football game. Now, ECU officials continue to evaluate the options for reinstallation of those bleachers. The problem was caused when anchors that attached brackets to the concrete risers pulled loose. Because of the time required for the design, the approval, and the production process for the bleachers, plans now call for the beginning of the installation immediately after the close of the current season. For the remainder of the home games this season, students will be free to sit or stand on the concrete risers as they did at that game against Memphis. A Greenville town hall meeting was held right here at ECU. It involved the safety in and around downtown. Chiefs of both ECU and Greenville police departments were at the meeting. They discussed a safe place for students downtown that doesn't serve alcohol, and students were urged to voice their opinions.
I think we hear about incidents almost every weekend on 1st and 3rd Street where students are walking back home because they are drunk and they can't drive home, and there aren't buses offered to students who are living in off-campus housing, and there aren't blue lights off campus. So it's not safe for students to walk home, but they're trying to do the safe thing by not drinking and driving. So I want to know what we're going to do about putting some blue lights off campus for the students who live off campus.
Now keep in mind that this was solely a discussion, and while they did talk a lot about this new non-alcoholic venue downtown, there are no definite plans just yet. Scott Residence Hall finally open after a year of construction. What you see right here may appear to be a brand new building. Well, it's really still based on the original foundation and bare-bones structure. The former 8-person suites have now been converted into 2 4-person suites, making it the largest dorm on ECU campus. It has the capacity to house 613 students. Chancellor Ballard, the Board of Trustees, and the student body president, Tremaine Smith, all participated in the opening ribbon-cutting ceremony of the reopening. Afterwards, tours were given to the public. Well, homecoming is almost here. This year's theme, Rockin' in the Purple and Gold. It's based around celebrating years of great musicians and music as they rock out in their purple and gold. Last year's theme was 100 years of treasured traditions and was one of the largest homecomings yet. Lots of events set this year to attract more people to participate. This year is expected to be even larger than last year. Each year, the student body provides a theme, they get student feedback, and this year, they received support from almost 60% of students who chose to vote. Well, almost everyone here at ECU uses Facebook, Twitter, or some other type of social media outlet. If you wait too much longer, you may be behind the newest craze here in Pirate Nation. It's called the Inner Pirate Network. IPN, as it's referred to, is a whole lot like Facebook, but it's meant for only ECU students, faculty, and staff. It's an easy way to know what's going on around campus and help to keep you more involved. And it's easy to become a member of IPN. You just create an account using your Pirate ID, and from there you have full access to all your friends' profiles, IPN groups, and to a full access calendar. So many other features to explore. Check it out. It's IPN. Do you or anyone you know have story ideas? Well, if so, we want to know about them here at Campus 31. There are 5 ways you can get in touch with us. You can become a Campus 31 fan on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. Our email address is campus31@ecu.edu, or you can contact Christina Dorchi. Her email address is sgasecretary@ecu.edu. And now, look for our group out there on that Inner Pirate Network we were just talking about, where you can see some of our most recent productions and post your comments on our wall. Well, that's going to do it for our show right now. I'm Kyle Walker, and we'll see you right back here on our next ECU Update.